Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? I'm Khalid, this is Khalism. Speaking about when I conceptualized this whole thing of doing Khalism, yeah. I wanted to recite poetry in it, and I've already told the story about how boring it was when I recorded the test version, yeah. But I think the next project I really want to put my heart and soul into, or to get in released at least, because a lot of the tracks I finish is rhythm and prose, you know. And what the project charts is, it charts a period between 2010 and 2012. It follows the same trajectory as, say, allegorically speaking. When I was making a series of like odes, let me just call it how it is. Series of romantic songs about, people I admired or who I was moving around with at the time and whatnot. And I really wanted to see the light of day because there was some real creative thinking in those tracks. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it was at the time where I was really pushing the boundaries of what I was talking about. Like, man was really painting like romantic pictures and allegory and stuff like that. And it was borderline poetry on grime or whatever it was. I produced all of the tracks myself, and I was getting more into the production whole, so Apple loops were being used and whatnot. Favourite tracks off of there were probably Wounded, which I wrote on a shop floor in JD Sports. Midnight as well. The vision behind that was kind of like how, a vampire and the mortal, there's love there, but they can't really be together because the vampire would have to bite her and then that would ruin her life. There's bare stuff like that. And probably The Island as well, which I have never been able to lay down the final verse or the last part of The Island. It's just largely unfinished, but I love the imagery behind it. So the woman is the island and I'm stranded there and I'm trying to get off the island, but then I self-sabotage and then I'm like, you know what, fuck it. But yeah, it's a really interesting project, you know what I'm saying? And I think projects like that definitely deserve my time of day. Now I'm in an era where effectively I can execute all of my ideas and I can just distribute them to be out as well. So rhythm and prose is definitely on the top of it's been at the top of my list for a while. But the thing is, with my projects is because they're all kind of within particular eras or they're always in chronological order, I want to stay true to that as well. So I think about things that I've written, like the 10-second affair, for example. Like, I need to find a place for that, but there's only a specific place that would need to be released on a specific day. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, man. I've got so many like ideas and creative projects in mind, yeah, that are just literally, I'd probably say around about 95% done. All it needs is the cover art, or all it needs is just to be compiled together or mixed down. Like, all of these projects are there. I think for rhythm and prose, that might be a Valentine's Day thing. But then ultimately, I don't want to be disrespectful for my girl and release a project, it'll be 10 years ago now. A project that was created circa 10 years ago about people I knew 10 years ago. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but ultimately it's not being disrespectful because it's art at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's interesting. It's an interesting kind of insight. Also, yeah. So rhythm and prose, I'd say Valentine's Day. I guess with the 10-second affair, that's like that is such a great piece that I wrote, But I feel like I want to release it on a particular day, like the day where that phenomena happened, yeah. But it needs to be alongside other tracks as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking the project is compiled in book form under internal affairs, for example, and it's just very explorative, like what happens in your brain. You know what I'm saying? It's hard being a creative when things happen because ultimately you want to put stuff out there, you want to explore your art form and stuff, but ultimately you don't want to get disrespectful, or you don't want to. You don't want to seem like it's being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And I say this in Chasing a Dream. There's certain lyrics or writing that would upset my girl. I can't remember what the line is, but it's definitely on Chasing a Dream after that. So yeah, man, it's very explorative what I'm working on. So let's see what happens. Rhythm and prose, internal affairs. I don't know how I'm gonna drop them or what the schedule is looking like, but I'm definitely aiming for anything with a 10-second affair on there. It has to be during the date and time. You know what I'm saying? Where that phenomena happens. So that's looking at, say, September the 23rd. That has to be around the September time. And the other stuff that are of a similar kind of Lucy's theme would need to be on that project with that. So I'm looking at probably a 4 or 5 tracks. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 tracks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. It's just an interesting time. I'm loving this. Technology has finally got to a place where it can sustain what I've been doing, what I've done, and I can just feel free and, you know, release stuff that I've been working on, and I can share it with the world. Like, what can be better than that? But yeah. Yo fam, what's good? What's popping? I'm Khalid. I'm out. Peace.